Hi folks, Phil from Clearwater Airsoft here, and today let's talk switches. So I'm sure a lot of you run lasers and torches on your Rifts, and back in the good old days we'd have a little pressure pad that came with it, and we gaffer tape or insulation tape that onto a vertical grip or zip tie it onto the rail somehow. And then clones of the Unity Tactical Taps switch came out, like this one here. So this is a clone of a tap switch, so you can run a torch. It's got the Surefire plug, and it's got a 2.5mm lead for a PEC box. Now PTS have the license for Unity Tactical, and let's get rid of that because we have this. So thank you to PTS for sending me this. I did not pay for this, I will be completely honest. I was sent it to review, and I will give you my honest opinion on it, completely unfiltered. So in the packet, which is quite nice, but it's packaging, so I'm not really that bothered. We get this. So you get a little Allen key. Now this is something you won't see with a normal tap switch. You get a little bag of different heads, and then you get the switch itself. Now the first thing that you'll notice, or I noticed immediately, and it won't come across on the video, is the cables are thicker and they're more supple. They're silicone coated, silicone coated cables. So they're much softer, they're more malleable, easier to move around. And the unique feature on this switch versus the cheap copies is you can change the heads. So it's fantastic. Whereas before, if you changed your PEC box or torch, you might need to get a new switch. With this, because you've got these different heads included, including what I thought was really nice was a crane plug, you can switch. So what do you actually get in this little bag? You have the crane plug, which is the one I use with my Zotac PEC 15. You have a Surefire torch adapter, and then you have two 3.5mm plugs. And my one complaint about this whole system is there isn't a 2.5mm jack in here. I think that is a huge oversight, because I had to get a new PEC box so I could use this. So that is the downside. If you don't have a 3.5mm torch or laser, if you've got Surefire one and you already run crane plugs on your lasers, then fantastic, you're golden. But I really think they should have put a 2.5mm or have it available as an option perhaps, because let's face it, that's what a lot of PEC boxes use, especially the airsoft ones, and that's where this is aimed. So I'm going to show you. So you've got on here, you've got obviously the full branding, and then you've got the 2 and the 1, so you know which one does what, and then you've got the little dots here so you know which cable it is that you're plugging. So if you want your torch on 1, you can put it on that one. If you want it on 2, you put it on that one, and vice versa with the laser. So I'm going to put my crane plug on so you can see there's only one way it can go on to the actual plug. So if we just push that on, and it is really stiff, which is great because you don't want it coming off. And once it's on, it's on. That's not going anywhere. And it's that simple. I'm going to put the Surefire one because that's what I've got on my BCM gas blowback rifle. So this is the setup that I'm running. Oh, nice positive click, you know it's on, and again, not going anywhere. And you can route that anywhere you want. So you might have noticed as well on here, it's got the key mod and the M-LOK logo. So these, the Picatinny rails can be taken off, and then on the underside, you've got the M-LOK adapters are included as part of the the package already on there. So compared to the clone one, which just has a normal hex nut holding the thing together, this already has the M-LOK adapters on there. So I think that's really good. The whole unit, it doesn't feel any heavier, but the plastic does feel better. The switches are silent, whereas on the clone one I have, it's a noticeable click when you press it. The overall quality obviously is much better. And given the fact that you can run multiple different devices off it, for the price, I think it's around £55 retail. Now, the clone ones that I've seen are easily £35, and that's before shipping. normally. So, you know, for £10-15 more, sorry, £20 more, you're looking at something that's got much more flexibility, I think. Yes, there is the downside, there's no 2.5mm jack, which I think is, you know, could hurt it, but I think people who are going to buy this, the licensed version, are quite possibly going to have like Chrome plugs devices already. So maybe not so much of a problem, but it's up to the usual high standards of PTS and their licensing arrangements, and it works absolutely flawlessly on the gun. Obviously, to fit it, you use the little Allen key if you're going to go on a rail, and you just, I'm not going to show you how to undo a bolt, but you know, do that, tighten it up, or take these off. Thusly, let's see if we can get this off and keep it in frame. Hate fiddly little Allen bolts. But these rails are really well attached. So there you go. So if you want to run it as just on M-Lock or Keymod, then you've got a much more streamlined unit. And then it's dead easy to put it back on. You just click them back into the sides, like so, tighten the screws up, and you're good to go. So that is the PTS licensed Unity Tactical Tap switch. Is it better than the clones? I think so. I think it is. You decide. Thanks very much for watching. Stay tuned, got loads more stuff coming, including an interview with Gaz from Red Wolf UK. When I pop down to see him, we're talking about VFC gas blowbacks, and I have some new GBBRs on their way to me. Hopefully, they've said they've been shipped, so they should be here soon. And I'm looking forward to sharing those with you, as well as a review of the C2R Fulcrum plate carrier and their lowrider AR pouch for the shooter's belt. So have a lovely day. If you're not subscribed, please do drop me a subscribe and a like. It really helps. And I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.